Hey guys, it's Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a full review of the brand new Stay Naked extension from Urban Decay. So if you're interested in that, keep watching. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss any of my future videos. All right, let's get into it. Yesterday, Urban Decay launched 2 new extensions of their Stay Naked line. So they already had the foundation and then also the concealer, and they launched the Fix, which is a powder foundation, as well as the Threesome palette, which is a bronzer blush highlight palette. So I'm going to go through, do a demo of all of the products, and then give you my review and thoughts on the 2 new ones. So let's hop in. I already moisturized and primed my skin using the Origins Clear Improvement Pore Clearing Moisturizer and the Elemis Pro Collagen Insta Smooth Primer. Neither of these are illuminating or mattifying. I just wanted to do regular old moisturizer and primer options just so that you can see the true finish of everything that I'm going to use today. So I am going to use the foundation and concealer, the liquid foundation, because I have them and I did a full video on them, which I will link up in the cards for you in case you're interested in that. But I am going to use the foundation, the concealer, and then of course I will use the brand new powder. I believe this launched yesterday. It is the Stay Naked The Fix powder. And then I will also be using the Stay Naked Threesome. First up, let's apply some foundation. If you guys remember in that video, I had this whole foundation debacle where I think I had maybe I had 30 and 40. I don't remember. But there was a huge difference between the two. Or maybe it was just these two. I think it was. So I have 40 NN and 41 NN. And the difference in the shades is just like mind-blowing. And then I also have 31 NN, which I have not even opened. I'm just going to hold them backwards because it's going to be easier to see that way. So this one is 31 NN, this one is 40 NN, and this one is 41 NN. I'm not really sure which shade I'm going to be, because I am basically at my fairest right now. Okay, I think that's going to be still a little too light. This is looking really light too. I'm trying to remember if I used this one before or if I was only using 41, because 41 is quite a bit darker. Okay, I'm gonna mix 40 and 41. In the concealer, I have the shade 40 NN. And you guys already know I don't do a ton of concealer. That's all I do. And then I just kind of blend it onto my lid. But just kind of my inner eye area is just so dark lately. And then I do just like to go over it with a sponge just to get any excess off. Next, I'm going to go in with the brand new powder. This again is the Stay Naked The Fix powder. This is a powder foundation. You can use this as your only coverage if you want. I personally use powder foundations to set my face, and I've actually been really into more of a pressed powder set than a loose powder recently. And this one is in the shade 40 NN. It does come in 24 shades. So the packaging is pretty slim, which I like. There's just this little button to push it open, and it comes with a pretty good sized mirror and then the powder. And then underneath there is this sponge. This retails for $39, and I'm just gonna go ahead and read the claims and then we will put it on. So this says, everything you love about Stay Naked, now in a powder. Meet Stay Naked The Fix Powder Foundation, 24 shades of vegan longwear foundation with medium buildable coverage and a real looking matte finish that lasts up to 16 hours. Designed with 9 shade intensities in mind, it's the easiest way to get your fix of Stay Naked. This breathable and lightweight powder is ultra blendable and never cakey. Knockout T-zone oil, use it for all over coverage or set your concealer. It doesn't transfer, plus it's water and sweat resistant, so go ahead, hit it and quit it. I'm just taking my EcoTools sheer powder brush and I'm going to dip in and then just set my entire face. I've been using this for about a week or a week and a half now, and I seriously love it. I'm gonna do a little zoom in on my face so that you can see what it looks like without anything else on top of it. I've been using this for about a week or a week and a half now. I've used it every single day since I've gotten it. I really like that it kind of sets my makeup while still giving me a skin-like finish and not looking too matte and like all the life is sucked out of my skin, but also has kind of set my makeup down and I don't have to worry about it. It also adds just a little bit of extra coverage, which I always like, especially because I have acne scars, so I like to just add a little bit of extra coverage without having to cake on my liquid foundation. I can't remember if I said in the beginning of the video or not, but Urban Decay did send over the 2 new products for me to test out for you guys. And this one, you can see it's still powdery. I haven't fully cleaned it. Came broken. So it has the same packaging, the UD on the front, and then the slender gold packaging. And then on the inside, it does come with a big mirror that is fully powdery. I need to do a full clean job on this. And then the 3 shades. It's more just chipped, and so I can still use it. It's just a mess. I'm going to use all 3 shades of this for you just so that you can see the entire palette in action. This retails for $36 and it comes in 3 different shades. I have it in the shade Naked, but there are different shades, so depending on your skin tone, you will have an option. And online it says a vegan trio of bronzer, highlighter, and blush in one convenient compact. Each of these pressed powders has intense staying power that lasts up to 14 hours, so you can get in plenty of trouble without needing any touch-ups. Use Stay Naked, Threesome, Super Blendable and Buildable Bronzer, Highlight, and Blush Solo to Spotlight features or combine for all over radiance. You get silky smooth texture with a natural satin finish that never goes streaky or cakey. Infused with moringa seed oil, Stay Naked's Threesome Weightless Powder contains antioxidant and anti-pollution properties that help balance and protect skin. I'm going to do bronzer first just because that's what I always do first. And I've been taking a small brush like this one. This is my EcoTools Define brush, just to kind of place my bronzer, and then I go back in with a fluffier brush and kind of diffuse it. So that's just kind of what I have been liking recently, but you can just go in with your big fluffy brush right away or whatever works for you. And then this is my EcoTools sheer powder brush. Now that I have my bronzer on, I'm going to go in with the blush. As you can see, this blush is pretty pigmented, so you do need to use a light hand. I always blend all of my face makeup out after I finish it, so I'll do that and it will definitely tone down everything and kind of meld it all together. And then I'm going in with my Luxie 522 into the highlighting shade. I'm just going to go in and set and then reblend everything out. Face makeup is done. I'm just gonna do my eye makeup really quickly and then I'll be right back. I finished up all of my eye makeup, so let's do a little zoom in with all of my makeup done. I really like how this looks, so I'm just gonna share a couple of thoughts for both of the powder, where did I put that? The powder and the Threesome. I am not going to talk really about the foundation or the concealer just because I did a full video on those. The powder, I love this. I think that it's beautiful. It leaves your skin with a skin-like finish. It still is mattified. It lasts all day. I love the finish of it. Can't say enough about it. I will definitely be repurchasing this when this one is gone. Like, love it. I actually think that it's comparable to the Hello Happy foundation from Benefit. This is in the shade 4, which is like a light medium. I've hit major pan on this, but I do think that these are comparable. I love both of them so much. And yeah, the Urban Decay one is definitely lighter, but as far as just actual powder, I think that they are definitely comparable. And I think if you like one of them, you would probably like the other one. Then let's talk about the Threesome palette. Overall, I like this palette. I like the shades in it. I don't like the blush shade, at least in this one, which again is in the Naked shade. I just don't like really super pink blushes, but I think that the bronzer and the highlight are absolutely beautiful. So it's hard to say if I recommend this, because palettes like this, I want to be able to just bring this and have it be my blush, bronzer, and highlight in one small compact palette. And it's just really hard to find a palette that all 3 colors work for you. So I like that this comes in 3 different shades so that you can more likely find shades that work for you. But again, even if it works for your skin tone, that doesn't mean that it's your taste. So it's kind of like a balancing act there. So I do really love the bronzer and the highlight in this. The blush is fine, it's just not really my taste. But I do just want to compare it really quickly to the Tarte Hamptons Weekender palette. I know I've talked about this palette 18 million times on my channel, but I just have to mention it again just because this palette does have all 3 shades that work really well for me, and the blush is just a little bit more like mauve-y and toned down than the one in the Urban Decay palette that is just a little bit more bright and Barbie pink. I did a little bit of math on this, and the Urban Decay palette is $36. The Tarte one is $19. They do have different sized pans, so I wanted to just do gram for gram how much they cost. The Tarte palette is $2.75 a gram, and the Urban Decay is $3.88 a gram. So it is significantly more per gram. And then the other, there's a couple things that I like about them, and a couple things that whatever. Okay, so the Urban Decay palette, I like that the sizes are different between the 3 different items, because you are going to use bronzer way more than you're going to use the highlight or the blush. So that I think is really good. With the Tarte Hamptons Weekender, I've majorly hit pan in the bronzer, but nothing else, because the pans are the exact same size. On the flip side, I like that the Tarte ones are separated by metal in between the pans. For ones like this, I just feel like it's a little bit harder to dip your brush into one shade and then get the full use out of that shade before mixing them all. And I know that it said that you can kind of mix them all for an all over illuminated look. If that's what you like, amazing, perfect. For me, I like to use them separately, so items like this are a little bit harder once you hit pan and are trying to get like the outside area without getting your brush into the other shades. I did just want to let you know that there are other options out there in case your budget is a little bit lower or you like the shades in a different palette more. I will say that the Tarte is cardboard with the magnetic closure, and then the Urban Decay is a plastic with the same metal, or not metal, metallic, oh my gosh, magnetic closure. So just comparing kind of like the packaging and all of that. That being said, I think I would still get more use out of the Tarte one just because I like the shades a little bit better, although I love the bronzer of the Urban Decay. Alrighty guys, that is everything for this video. I hope that it was helpful for you and kind of was able to steer you in a direction one way or another. Let me know down below if you're planning on trying this out, or if you have a different palette like this that you really love. Let me know down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I will link all of the products I mentioned as well as everything else that's on my face down below in the bottom bar. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.